Check it out.
Nice. Blue Buffalo, huh? We have Nutrish.
Well, Blue's got deboned chicken, chicken meal, brown rice, oatmeal,
Okay, last streams crashed, so that was nice. So I tried to fix it. I don't know if it's working now. Let's go see. This app is so... Hello. This app is so hard to use. Mine is Omelet Arcade, so it's so much better, in my opinion. But it's only for Android, and I don't have an Android. Obviously. Well, not anymore, at least. I'm not drawing all that, let's be real. Yep, you're back. My stream kept failing. Ew. Boom. Hack, I guess. Okay. Hopefully the audio's okay, because I'm done messing around, because otherwise it's gonna crash again. So... This is eyes. Okay. Totally know what I'm doing. Welcome back, by the way. Hi, Nikitty! Oh my gosh, hi! No, this character's my own character. It has nothing to do with Warrior Cats. I used to read Warrior Cats, though. I loved that as a kid. I was obsessed. Hopefully you guys can hear me alright. I don't know if you can. I check, but as I said, I don't want to mess with things and mess it up. Same, I've watched the animations when I was younger. Ooh, same, I loved those. Those are so nostalgic. The audio is fine, don't worry, okay. Thank you for letting me know. Although I can't hear myself speak, GG. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah. I just paint added this thing where the cursors, and now you can see what I'm doing. Kind of funny. Kind of funny? Kind of fun. I don't know. I've been messing around with color theory and stuff, so I think I got it down. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Is it not dark enough? I've been working a lot on my art in between school assignments, which speaking of, I have like a boatload of homework to do, but you know what? This is more important, obviously. Kind of because the art style, that's why I asked if it was Warrior Cats. Yeah, it makes sense, yeah. Does it have the lore? What has the lore? My chat is like laggy, and I hate that. That irritates me so much. I don't know what it is. I have the chat open on my phone beside me. So, in case you were wondering. I hate black line art. It's just so bold. Hurts my eyes. It reminds me of when I was little. I used to use an airbrush and black shading and black line art. I didn't know anything, but it's kind of reasonable. I was like a little kid and I was just starting off digital art. I didn't understand how things worked. So I got a video on my feed on YouTube. It was like how to not dox yourself, and so one of the things was either get premium of Ibis Paint or use a VPN, and I'm using a VPN because at the top bar, if you don't have premium, it gives away your location, and I don't want that. And I think I've done that in the past. I'm not real sure, but ever since even before I watched the video, I had a feeling that I probably shouldn't show that part. Thank you. Wow. 6 people? Okay, we're on a roll today. I don't know what happened. I said I knew color theory. I'm not doing it right now. She said I asked her to buy, and they're so cute. I can't wait to wear them. Low-key, after I turn 18, I might start posting stuff like that on my community tab. Like, my fits and stuff. My art is amazing. Thank you! It takes forever. Like, I was gonna like, speedrun this, but I don't think I can do that today. I was gonna make this as a speed paint in the background of the Q&A thing, because there's a post for that. If you haven't, like, gave me questions yet, you should do that, by the way. I'll just set that up on my phone real quick. Because you can share posts now, isn't that insane? Actually, I should probably write something right there. Hold up, it's in the chat. There, I edited it. Can I, like... There we go. That's how you do that. Oh my gosh, Flare! Yes! Hi! I like how she only has one paw pad showing. I'm not sure what this is. I don't even know if it's lore accurate or anything. I just wanted to draw it because, like, it looks cool and edgy, and, like, the inner animation child in me was like, oh my gosh, I need to draw that. I don't know what happened, but, I low-key need to get back into animating because, y'all probably missed that. You probably missed having good content to watch. And I'm so sorry. I have been a wreck this year. It's so hard to explain. And I was gonna make a video on that too. Like, I have all these things where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make a video on that, and then I never do. So I apologize for that. I'm trying. You know, it's really hard to find like the energy to do things.
At Granger,
No,
we're the
an
ones who
ad!
pay attention to every little detail. The ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff.
Go back.
Because you know the tiniest thing can make the biggest.
Ew, I don't care about Granger. I'm sorry. Thanks, but no thanks. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, shading. Duh. Oh, that's why that wasn't working. I was like, why isn't it coloring? It's so weird. Yeah, no, I didn't. I had the eraser on, or not the eraser, the smudge tool below. Guys, it's been like 4 years and I still don't know how to use it. Ah, no effects. Technical difficulties here. Can I just draw, please? Can we not be difficult? I don't want this on my page. I think annoying. Okay, oh, what? That's insane. Okay. There's lighting coming from like several different areas. I forgot to draw her wings. I was gonna draw her wings. I don't know why she's falling when she can just use her wings. That's like counterintuitive. Is that the word you used for that? I don't know. We like the breakcore music in the background. I own this like sick playlist, which is linked in the description. It's really nice to draw to. Gets you hyped up, locked in. Yeah, that's just a new thing. I don't know. Not advertising, but you know, kinda am. But because I chose to, not because I'm getting paid. How's everybody's day? Chat's kind of quiet now. Day or night, depending on where you live. How's it going? What do you think about YouTube Shorts? it's not the worst, you know? You can get a lot of people liking, like, it gets to a wider audience, because some people can have TikTok and stuff, and so they use YouTube Shorts, and they keep infinitely scrolling, and then they find your video, which is really helpful. That's good, y'all's days are going good. Oh my gosh, Flare, you want Kahoot? I could never. Kahoot, like, I don't know, just the music gives me anxiety. That's if the teacher turns the music up, because sometimes they don't, and that sucks. But it's so nostalgic. I guess because it reminds me of, like, online school, and then host a Kahoot, like, at school, and then you're at home with, like, your school stuff. I think that's just an American thing, you know? It's crazy how I've realized that we now find, like, 2020 super nostalgic, which is insane, because I look, like, during that time, oh my gosh, I'm stuttering so bad. During that time, I wouldn't have thought, like, oh yeah, in the future I'm gonna think of this as nostalgic. No, but I am, because genuinely, I think we all bonded. It's a shared trauma, if you could call it that. I'm mostly joking, but I'm sure you know what I mean. Why does she have lips, chat? Does she have lips? That's the inner weeb in me. That's so used to drawing humans with, like, that little part under their lips to define them more. That's so uncanny right there. I don't know how to feel. Should I get rid of it? It's so weird. Hello? Anyways. Nostalgia is a very interesting thing, definitely. I find myself reminiscing on the past that I wasn't even born in, you know? Just like my sisters, my dad, they were born 90s-ish, so they got to experience the cool 2000s, or at least grow up in it. And you know, all that style and the internet was forming. I think that's really cool, you know? And I wish I lived in a time when everything was new and, you know, of course there's some traumatizing things coming with it, but I think growing up in that time would have been so much better than now, because people aren't on their phones. And I'm saying that as a teenager, believe it or not. So, I mean, I know adults say it all the time, like, oh my gosh, we had no phones growing up. Oh, my bad. Old person mockery right there, but you know what I'm saying. They always say life was so much better when people were on their phones. But I think they're right in some aspects. But phones, of course, they bring us together, so. But they can also break us apart. Everything has a pro and con. It's unavoidable. Holy yap. Seen it? Oh, I've seen someone call it the most beautiful form of pain. Yeah. That's about the way to describe it. Life was better when we all used to go outside a lot. Yes, definitely. I hated getting sweaty at recess. And my hair, I have thick hair, and it's red, obviously. If you've seen my persona and stuff, my hair's red, and it gets darker sometimes, I guess, because the sun or something, I don't remember, vice versa. I don't know what I'm yapping about. Anyways, it's a darkish color of red, it's not really that light. I remember going to recess, and I didn't really have many friends when I was little. I mean, I did have friends, but I was a little antisocial, so I'd kind of play in the dirt. But, you know, besides that, I have some funny stories about that, but I don't want to spoil anything. But, my elementary school, they'd make us line up outside. They'd blow the whistle, and this field was huge, and if you were on the other side of the field, you had to run, because the lines were all the way up next to the school. So, they blow the whistle, they make you stand there in the heat, and then you have to run back to your lines where your teachers are. And waiting in line, you have to wait for all the kids to be quiet. And sitting there, the top of my head would be burning hot because I'm just standing in the sun. And if you know a lot about me, you know where I live, and it gets really hot where I live. So that wasn't the greatest experience, but everybody would come inside and they'd all smell like just outside. Looking back on it, I reminisce on it, but when it was in the moment, I was grossed out. I think my favorite thing was when it was a rainy day. So instead of going outside, they make us go to our teacher's room and we'd watch like the Magic School Bus or something on the projector, because this is a time where they didn't have Promethean boards. I think they had Promethean boards when I had gotten into middle school, so like about 5 years ago. Kind of sucks. I wish they still had like used the whiteboards and the projectors, but whatever, can't change that. For real, being a little kid was so easy. I miss not having to worry about how I look or what I say when I was young. When I was a youngin'. For real, younger me used to love going out and watching a lot of movies. You know, now I recognize things that normally when I was little I wouldn't have recognized, and I'm just kind of like, you know, it's hard to explain. And since this stream is like really happy, I don't want to get into it too deep, but a lot of reasons why I reminisce with the nostalgic stuff so much is because growing up, I didn't realize that my situation wasn't the normal. And so now that I'm older, I'm realizing slowly that, oh, I didn't grow as a normal kid. And it's already hard enough because I was autistic and my mom didn't know until a certain point. And so I was a little weird, but no offense, but I was a little strange. I hope I'm not stuttering too much. I don't know why, but for some reason I stutter sometimes. Usually when I'm talking to people, I don't really have that happen to me. I think in a couple weeks my school will be over for me and I can start a job. Yay! so excited for adult guys. Hello. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it Hayin? I feel like I've had this conversation, but Hayin? Hayin? Hayin. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know. I'm dyslexic, okay? Bear with me. Speaking of dyslexia, and, what was I gonna say? Crap, forgot. Love that. Probably the ADHD too. Living with autism is a little, it's interesting, okay? That's what I was gonna say, yeah. So, there's been a few times where I'll tell people that I met, and they're like my brand new friends, like, oh yeah, that's just the autism, and they're like, and then like, yeah, it's like actually the autism, and they're like, you're autistic? And I'm like, yes, I'm autistic. And then some people are like, oh yeah, I can tell. Like, okay, jeez, hello? No need to be so mean. My school year will be over in like 2.5 weeks. We have all half days the last week. Lucky, I have finals my last week, so that's nice. Those are like tests. Yeah. Sucks, low-key. My school year will be over in June, but I have finals sadly. Same. My school year will be over like this month sometime. I think it's 2 weeks as well, because I found out this Monday that there's 3 weeks left, so it only makes sense. I just love finals. How it works at my school is if you like don't have really many tardies, which means you're not in class. You don't know what that means. Don't have many tardies, and you have a good grade in the class, you can exempt, which means you don't have to take the test. And each year it goes up. So freshman year you get to exempt 1 class. Sophomore year is 2 classes. Junior year is 3, which I'm a junior, so 3 classes it is for me. But I did get 3 tardies to algebra, so praying that I can exempt, because I'm not doing that test. I hate math, okay? I used to be a total nerd, and then out of nowhere this school year got the worst teachers imaginable. Could not lock in at all. And their finals next week, and then Friday's pep assembly, and then since I'm in the school band, I have to play at it. No, but I'm sure it'll be fun, One last go, I guess. Depending on what your status is at that school, like there is at your last year, or you moving on the next year, It could be a good goodbye, yeah. I can't believe next year's my last year. It's insane. I have to go to college after that. And to think I started this channel, and I know the math doesn't really add up, but it was kind of late when I started it at the end of the school year. So, I think 7th grade, which is so amazing to me that it's lasted this long. And so far, I've had struggles with it, yeah, but I mean, I've gotten this far, you know. And my stepfather, he's not really my stepfather anymore. That's a whole other debacle, but he wasn't into me having any social media, period. And the whole time he said, "I'm so proud of you for not having social media." I did the whole time. And one of his other things was, "Why do you keep drawing? Like, it's getting you nowhere. You're wasting your damn time." And I'm just like, "I'm sorry, but meanwhile, I'm over here and I have 11,000, probably way more than he could ever." So I guess that's just something. I guess that's inspirational. I didn't really like him anyway, so of course his opinion didn't really matter about me. I mean, I'm not hurting anybody. I'm just drawing art because that's what I like to do. And he just wanted to bitch about it. Yeah, I play alto sax. It's pretty fun. It's also exhausting at pep assemblies because we have to sit there the whole time and we only play when everyone's walking in, and we would perform once. That's, wow. That's a lot. I have a sibling that plays in his band, so yeah. He's gonna have a fun time next year, considering there's marching band for him, so that's gonna be great. He's gonna be tired. And actually, drawing is not a waste of time. True. That might be a hot take though, just saying. No, his argument that AI was gonna do it all, which is like incorrect because it's literally, it doesn't even think for itself, it just steals things. And I wrote essays about this, hello? You know, it's irony, using ChatGPT to write an essay about how AI is like bad for the, just bad. It's just irony, like, bro, why are you dissing on yourself? That's insane. Unless it doesn't actually diss on itself. Wouldn't that be crazy? Like, what if it was just, I asked it to write a prompt about, give me an essay on why AI is bad, and then it gives me the complete opposite because it doesn't want to diss on itself. Hell no, me and AI take over art. Real, I hate that. I hate that so much. Guys, God gave me a talent. I know some of you may not be religious, I don't know. But God gave me a talent and I'm gonna use it because he gave it to me. And one of my sayings is, if God gives you nice things, you treat them right. I'm gonna use my talent and I'm gonna treat it right. Use it for the right things. I'm not gonna let some old guy who sucks tell me what to do because his opinion is not valid. And he's literally just a stranger to me. He's not even my real dad. I think I ate with that little speech, didn't I, guys? There's more artists than AI artists. We should just sit in front of everyone and do nothing, and that's where we throw candy at the kids in the bleachers. They always skip the band. No! Why are they like leaving y'all out? That sucks. I hope I'm holding off these two conversations well enough, and making sense. I hope they throw candy at y'all this time. It's like the end of the year, you know? Come on, spare the band kids some. No harm in that, right? Kindness is cool or something. I don't know. You know, I know this sounds cheesy, but like I low-key like making people happy. Like whenever I get a gift, I can't wait to give it to somebody. And like just make them happy about it, you know? That makes, I guess it makes me feel good inside, but you know, there's no harm in making other people like be happy, I guess. I love receiving gifts too. It's just it feels better to give something to somebody and make them smile. For real, like we were providing you with your music. We deserve candy. Yes. Where's the tax at, bro? I can't believe they'd skip you though. You gotta like step up, you know? Start a band kid revolution. Give us our candy. Guys, am I cringe? Be honest. I think this is the most amount of viewers I've had on a stream in a while. I've also haven't streamed in like quite a while, so. You also use Ibis Paint? I think a lot of artists use Ibis Paint, probably because it's like, it doesn't really cost money, unless you want like the crazy stuff on it, but even then, most of the stuff in the app is free, and that's why I've tried a lot of apps in the past. I used to have an old Android tablet. Rest in peace. I don't know how long that lasted. I think it was like 8 years. That's almost a decade. Hello? Anyway, that thing was beaten up. I tried Medibang, I tried Autodesk. None of the apps worked for me except Ibis Paint. Of course, a little laggy. But you know, out of all of the apps, I think it was like the most usable and easy to understand, and it made pretty good art. Especially because I wasn't that good either, so it helped me improve a lot, actually. So that's why if I really want to get Ibis Paint Pro, just the app, not the premium. I'm not subscribing to that. Ugh. Who's subscribing to things? The Flip a Clip thing? That pissed me off. Let's be real. Why are they making a subscription for an app? Oh, and also I recently got Snapchat. Why are we subscribing to a social app where you're supposed to be texting people? Imagine if the Messages app on your phone just like made you pay a subscription to message people. Like, hello? Why is this a thing? I swear companies are just greedy at this point. And then they're raising prices on like Netflix and stuff now. I think. I don't pay for that stuff, so I don't know. Not even close to being cringy as me when I first started on YouTube. Okay, well when I started I was cringy, but now I don't think I am as much. Use Ibis Paint? Yeah, okay, because Ibis Paint is peak. Cannot beat it. Nothing else can beat it, except maybe, like, okay, but Procreate's like, you know, paid. And it's only on Apple, which also, like, limits their users too. You put your app behind a paywall, and you also put it on only Apple devices, which that makes it like so like barely anybody can access it, because I don't know a lot of people who pay for stuff, unless they do and I'm just like stupid. But you know, I used to have Procreate Pocket on my iPod Touch, Okay, I used to draw on that. Kind of insane. And my first few videos on this channel were on my iPod. So, and I animated on it. Pretty crazy. Same as video games is becoming expensive too, and that's because a certain company that has a certain Italian man as their mascot. They're getting a little greedy. I think they hiked up. I think the last time I checked, they were like $59.99 for a little cartridge, and now it's like 80 plus. So they're getting greedy with that, and also the new Switch, the Switch 2, which could be cool, but I think they should have renamed it like the Switch Click or something. Come on, like I think the whole mechanism of that was to snap the controllers back on. I may be wrong. I don't remember. I watched the ad for it, but I just don't remember. No joke, I used to draw on everything in Flip a Clip, and I realized I probably should use an actual drawing app and not an animation app. So I switched to IBIS Phoenix. Okay. Yeah, no, I used to do that too. Especially when I first got my real phone. I didn't have a phone until freshman year of high school. And so the only app on there I had was a couple apps, I think like Roblox or something, and then so I couldn't draw anything on it because parental controls. But ever since a few months ago, I don't have parental controls, so I can't just do whatever I want. I might have said that too loud. Please, Mom, don't put them back. Don't put them back. On my tablet, though, that was one of the pluses, was that it was an Android, so my mom couldn't like shut it down or anything. Or put controls on it. So that's a plus for me, but also a downside, because traumatizing. I'm not gonna get into that, but we all know. I'm sure we do. I still animate using Flip a Clip, but I do my drawings in IBIS PaintX. I want to get back into animating, but I'm so scared of using ToonSquid, and it's really good. It's a really good app. Costs money, only for iPad, like not even just for like Apple devices. Period. It's only for iPad, which sucks. But also, I don't think any other device could be able to handle this. People argue that Android devices are better than. I think this is an argument. I don't know, I think so, but they handle things better than Apple devices can, but I don't even think a phone can handle this, period, no matter what it is. I'm using Flip a Clip for animations. I low-key did take a peek at your channel, but I didn't really watch anything, I just looked at the posts. I'll do that later though, of course. Because now that I know that you make animations, I'm a little curious. Okay, I think I'm done shading this part, so I guess I'll do lighting now. Yay, my favorite. This is my new like lighting thing. I draw on the same layer, and then I add other layers with like different, what is it called? Layer settings? Yeah, that's the word. And it makes a cool effect, you know? It takes a whole lot longer, but I think it looks way better than anything else. See, look at that. Isn't that cool? It's alright, I'm working on my first OC animation, which I keep procrastinating on. So real! My animations take so long, and my attention span is fast. It takes me years to upload my animations. Yes! And I generally feel so bad because I haven't uploaded an actual animation in, let's see, like 4 months. Okay, and even that was just tweening. 5 months ago was an actual animation where it was like drawn and everything.
Now at Verizon, we have some big news for your peace of mind. For all our customers, existing and new, we're
Okay, anyway. Unreasonable crash out or reasonable one? I don't know. Up to you guys. I think I forgot to render something, so let's see. That's why my stuff takes so long, is probably because it's just shading. There's nothing else. If you take away the shading, it's boring. I just while I'm going to the theaters next weekend to go see Final Destination on Bloodlines. I have never heard of that. What's that about? I just realized I forgot to draw on some shading down here. That's kind of needed there, I think. Final Destination is a horror movie franchise, FYI. Okay. Interesting. I wasn't allowed to see horror movies, and so my first horror movie was probably Megan. It's a little odd, but whatever. It was alright. I just don't like robots, period. So, but me and my brother, we went in the movie by ourselves. It was our first time going to something by ourselves. So that was like a year ago. Interesting experience, might I add. It's looking a little muddy over here. I'm not liking that, but I'm sure nobody will pay attention. Right? I'm more or less making it look like fur, not really gonna draw individual hairs, but I will in the end, probably, when I'm done rendering everything and putting on different hair settings to make it look really cool. I really wonder what I do wrong, actually, because I see posts out there with artists where their art is, it's good, you know, but it's like unshaded, or you know, proportions are a little off. But I'm not gonna be naming names because that's just me, you know, and this is my opinion. But you know, I try really hard, and yet I get like 20 to 30 likes, and then these people have 1,000 or like 300 when they have less than 1,000 subscribers. The math isn't adding up to me. So I don't know. Maybe it just reaches more people. They don't add tags or nothing. All my friends and family always tell me my art is so good, and I guess I'm just so used to being like, oh, not my best work to my art, that I never actually realize I have talent. Kind of real. You're relatable, hello? Yeah, I feel that sometimes, but it's not because of that, really. I'm gonna rant a little bit more, but my stepfather, he instead of complimenting my work, he'd be like, "Oh my gosh, that looks like anime." Why did I give him that voice? I don't even know. But he'd always say that about my stuff instead of saying, "Oh my gosh, honey, that looks so good." And it's whatever. His opinion doesn't matter, as I said. So, you know. But you get where I'm coming at, right? It's just like, why would you let your kid is showing you something that they made and they're really proud of, and then you just go, "Oh my gosh, that looks like something else," instead of giving them an actual genuine compliment. He'd always say, "Oh my gosh, your art looks like anime." Like, okay, thanks, but that's not the point. Can you be like, "I'm super proud of you, daughter"? I don't know, I'm ranting you guys about this, I'm sorry. And I was planning on making a doc to explain, like, you know, the stuff that's happened in the past few months for me. It's fucking insane, and I want to share it with people, but I don't know how much I should share and what I shouldn't share. And I want it to be like one of those, my story animated, but like not animated, because I don't have the motivation to do all that. But I think that'd be really cool, just to tell you guys, like, this is the hell that I've seen and what I've went through, and I think it's, looking back on it, it's I joke about it a lot, but looking back, it's serious. But I laugh about it because that's just like, I can't even get into it right now, because I'd spoil everything. But it's ridiculous. Like, you'll be flabbergasted. It's insane. And the reason why I say it's insane is because sometimes I like to put myself in like a third person and be like, okay, so I'm a stranger, right? And I'm looking in on the situation from this standpoint. How would I react? And then I'm like, holy shit, that's not normal. And what the heck? It's insane. I don't have any words. Okay, so I was posting a link to this stream somewhere. So maybe I'd get more people to join in? I don't know. Oh, and Flare, in case you didn't know this, your art, like, it's really simple and adorable. And I think you're the only person who's my birthday fan art, so unless somebody's working on it. But yeah, you're the only one who's done it so far. But I really do love your art style, and I do think you're talented. And you deserve more recognition. That's why I kind of shared the post. Because oh my gosh, it's so cute. You know? Because I know how it feels to be small. I'm still small now, but I know how it feels to have people share my art and be like, yo guys, look at this. Like, we all need that little boost of dopamine sometimes to keep us going and doing what we do. You know, it's nice when people compliment us. Thank you, I really needed to hear that. I actually lost a few subs recently and I was sad. I understand that. It's... you know, through this whole year I've lost around... like, almost around 1,000. It's crazy. I had 12,000. 12,000? Yeah, 1,200. How do I say that? 12k. Yeah, 12k. And it's down to 11. Almost like reaching 0. I don't even... Almost reaching 0? No. Almost reaching 10. And it's irritating. But some people are just ghost subscribers and don't really care. I don't know. It sucks and I hate it. You know? I just know someday, both of us, there's gonna be a time where we're gonna do one thing, and boom, we're gonna blow up. I don't know what it will be, but it's gonna be something out of the ordinary, and people will enjoy it, and will, you know, make us big again. I'm trying to remember to put tags in my posts more to gain more attention, but it doesn't seem to be working. I get that, because I've done that before, and it just hasn't worked. I don't understand. And people are like, well, maybe you should put tags, or maybe you should like share shaded work. Sure. Yeah, no, without the shading my art is nothing, and it's not even good. So, and like, nobody wants to see something plain and boring like that. Sorry if that came to as offensive to anybody, but the people in the comments have given me tips, and I feel like I've already tried them all before, and they don't work. I've seen YouTubers where they just tag random stuff and it doesn't even like correspond with what the post or the video is about. I'm just like, why are you guys farming, bro? Yeah, those tags don't work for me either. Because it's so oversaturated that it just like everybody else's pop up instead of your stuff. Low-key annoying, but whatever. What is bro doing? I don't know what bro's doing. What is bro doing? This is truly a trust in the process, I think. What is this? Okay. Ultimate art hack, maybe? I don't know. Duplicate this. Merge. Above. Select. Filter. Blur. Bigger this time. Okay. Then select opacity. Invert. No, we don't need this. Okay. Blur again. Boom. Crazy. Alpha lock. Alpha lock. Alpha lock. Totally know what I'm doing. Folder. figure is that? How does it look like that? Let's see what I'm doing. I need the cool glow bits that go like all the way right. Like a neon sign. I'm gonna head out, grab something to eat, and maybe draw something. See ya. Bye! Have a good time. Thanks for showing up to the stream. I really enjoyed the art you made for me. Hope you have fun.
when you know the right steps. With Asana, you can coordinate tasks across teams and stay on track, so your team can spend more time celebrating wins. Try it for free at asana.com.